Hey man, what's going on, man? You going out tonight? Man, come on. I heard there's this new club opening up, man. Come on, you gotta come. I heard there's gonna be some baddies in the building. Now, baddies is slang for beautiful women. Come on, man. You gotta come. It's gonna be lit, man. You gotta come out here and check it out. Toastmasters. Distinguished Toastmasters and guests. It is usually a Friday night when I receive this phone call, somebody trying to drag me out. Now, sometimes I may respond, I'll see, I'll probably meet you guys out there. Most of the time, I probably decide to say, hey, I think I'm gonna chill tonight. Now, chill is code for many things. One of my favorite things to do is to masturbate. Now, I said master date. Now, master date is taking yourself out on a romantic date. Now, to many of you, this may sound lonely. To many of you, this may sound like an antidepressant ad for medication. But for me, this is peace. My name is Devon, and I'm an introvert. I'm glad that's off my chest. Now, when I say that I'm an introvert, this is a personality type with different personality traits. An introvert can be someone who is shy, who is timid, and not very outgoing. But the essence of a true introvert is someone who recharges off focusing their energy inward. Now, the opposite of that spectrum is an extrovert. They are more outgoing, sociable, some say charming. But the true essence of an extrovert is someone who basically gets their energy from social stimulation and also outgoing events. Now, to take a poll, how many of you would describe yourself as an extrovert? Just by a show of hands. Now, can all the sane people in the building raise their hands? I said sane people? Oh, I'm sorry, okay, no. Now, I kid when I say this because it is the balance of personalities that make us as human beings unique. You see, what got me on this topic was I read a book, well, I'm currently reading a book by Susan Cain, and the title is Quiet. The Power of Introverts in a World That Can't Stop Talking. You see, she had an agenda which is called the extrovert agenda, which addresses why society has adopted to this extrovert agenda. I can give you 3 examples of this. Our last election being one. The most outspoken candidate was the one who won. 2, TV and movies. They have an agenda which the most sociable or the main character is sociable, charming, outgoing, and 3 is social media. You see, social media gives each of us a platform if we choose to be more vocal, more entertaining, and sometimes watered down celebrities. You see, with this agenda, where does an introvert fit into today's society? Or better question, where does an introvert like myself fit into today's society? You see, we love labels. And it's easy for us to put labels on something when it looks like, it talks like, or even walks like something in our mind. You see, for me, stereotyping is something that I'm used to now. You know, I guess I can say that my introversion started at a young age. Because when I was younger, I was a little overweight, I was underprivileged, and I wasn't as confident. You see, I often felt invisible. I was one of 6 kids, so often I kind of felt unheard. So I retracted inward. I often focused on my own thoughts. I often daydreamed. I often disassociated myself from the norm. But it wasn't until I started playing sports that people started to see me. You know, now the praises came. Now I'm somebody. But I'm still stereotyped, even today. Because I decided to wear my hair in locks and I have tattoos, people see me and if I'm not dressed, they think, oh, that's a thug. Or maybe now that I'm viewed as attractive, all of a sudden, I'm viewed as a ladies' man or a player. But that's laughable. You see, I often walk in rooms and get attention that I don't even want. And I say this not out of cockiness or arrogance. I say this out of knowing myself. I'm aware. And I understand who I am. I'm not afraid to be me. You see, ultimately, I stand in front of you a little uncomfortable, a little raw, kind of exposed, because rarely do I share my thoughts with others. You see, I don't really like small talk because I don't really like conversations that kind of lead nowhere. Now, I prefer prefer content over context. But this is something that I'm learning about myself. In the true essence, I look at introvert leaders, such as Mahatma Gandhi. This is a man who was very soft-spoken, but he liberated India to freedom. He's quoted by saying, "My message is my life." I also look at Rosa Parks, very quiet, very soft-spoken, but she was able to change the United States and the civil rights movement with one word, which is no. So I know we're taught that being brash and being bold is the way we get our points across, but if you ever listen, silence is the loudest sound. So I may not wow you with gimmicks or with a presentation that may blow your mind, but I guess in a world where everybody wants to be seen and heard, I ought to be felt. Because people may forget what you had on, they may forget what you say, but they'll never forget how you made them feel. Toastmasters.